All right. Well, thank you guys all so much for coming. I'm like so elated to see all these faces in the video. And if you can't come on video, please do, because Rita and I really just wanted to bring everyone together and see your faces and also just share with you what we've been up to the past couple years. Many of you know that we have been passionate about health and wellness for a long time. Thanks to our mama leading us down that path. And in the past 3 years, we've both had some really amazing transformations in our health, and also in the business world, we've been able to build an amazing business all around health and wellness. And some of the key components there are planetary health, human health, physical health, mental health, health of just living your purpose and your passion, and the health of being in community. So I know that Rita and I, one of our biggest driving forces has been to bring people together. And that's why we wanted to do this business celebration with all of our favorite people, is to have you all here and just share a little bit about what we've been up to the last 3 years. So thank you so much for being here. We love each and every one of you so much, so dearly. And I'm just going to get going. I'm going to share with you guys my story. Some of you have been following me the last few years, maybe haven't, but what many of you might not know is that about 3 years ago, I was going through like some severe postpartum depletion. And if you know my family, we were kind of like awestruck by it because, we've been organic gardening for a long time, trying to eat as clean and pure as we can. I've been through many detoxes and many different, regenerative health programs and wildcrafted herbs. And it was about 13 months postpartum that I really sunk into this postpartum depression and depletion. And I was like, what's happening? What is missing? Like, why is this happening to me? If this is happening to me, I can't imagine how many people this is happening to. And that's when I really started to look for different solutions of like, what could be wrong? And it really led me down this path to learn about, regenerative farming. And that, in the last 30 years, our soil has depleted so much that even the organic food we're buying, or even the organic food we're growing, the soil might not be as mineral rich or vitamin rich that it once was. And it kind of led me down this rabbit hole of learning about, okay, well, there's something lacking in our soil, and that's why I'm not getting what I need from my food. And then also I started really learning about glyphosate. And this is a herbicide that's sprayed all over the US particularly, but all over the world. And it's a gut microbiome disruptor. And so the other thing I started learning is that a lot of people aren't actually absorbing their food because of this herbicide depleting our gut microbiome. And so I was like, I got to find a solution for this. And I got to tell as many moms as possible about this. And that's when I found Purium, which is the company that Rita and I partner with. And we have these superfood protocols that I have to be honest, I was a little bit hesitant to get on because I've tried superfoods in the past and I never really felt much of a difference, but I decided to do this 30-day program. And literally within the first couple of days, I noticed my energy back. I noticed I was sleeping better. And it was really about 2 months into doing the program consistently that I had my aha moment of like, oh, this is what I remember feeling like these are my normalized moods. Like my hormones feel more regulated. My sleep is actually way better, even though I was still a nursing mom. And I realized at that point of like, wow, even me being so organic and so healthy living, like was that depleted, and it took 2 months to get back to homeostasis. And so that's when I really got passionate about this business and about sharing this. And something else that has been really pulling my heartstrings over the past 3 years is I was also a real struggling single mom. And some of you might know my story, but I was in the process of trying to bring my husband over from West Africa. We didn't see each other for 2 years. I was paying for all that immigration. I was literally working 3 and 4 jobs with my baby strapped to my back, just trying to make ends meet and make that happen and bring my family together. And so part of the reason I entered this depletion was just emotional stress and just burning the candle at both ends, really trying to figure out how to make all this work and still be passionate and still share what I love to share. And so it was with Purium that I also found kind of a answered prayer in terms of being able to share health and wellness and build a business and build the financial means to unite my family. And from there, my dreams have just built so much. Like, we have a second child, as many of you know, and because of this business, I've really been able to support my husband's work as an artist. He travels, we travel with him. He doesn't have to go out and get some other job. He can focus on his artistry, and I can really focus on helping people and still be a mom and still be at home. And one of the things that Rita and I have been able to do with this business is really join community and join our friends and our family and start to really talk about these topics and start to really share and educate each other about, okay, what is going on with our soil? What are the solutions we have? You know, how are you feeling physically? Like, are there things that you're looking for or needing that you're not getting in your life? And how can we potentially serve you and help you? So that's why we're here, is just to talk about like that celebration of that transformation over 3 years from where I was when we started to where I am now, feeling extremely healthy and vibrant in my physical health, my financial health, community health, and the work that we're doing in the world. And with that, I'll just let Rita share her little piece as well.
Awesome. Thank you, Mary. It's been amazing to watch Mary's journey, and that's really what inspired so much of my journey. And it's just so beautiful to see everyone here. Thank you again so much for being here. And I actually got into regenerative health out of necessity. Some of you know this, some of you don't, but when I was 19, I was in a near-death car accident, and I was told I wouldn't get back to normal activities again. And I refused to believe that. I went searching for every possible solution, and tried everything under the sun, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, to reclaim my health. But I was still dealing with chronic pain for over 10 years. And then I found regenerative health. And I was so grateful because within 11 months, I was able to 100% get out of pain, regrow my spine, rebuild my nervous system. I was dealing with PTSD symptoms from my car accident. I was able to fully emotionally resolve those symptoms, again, through nutrition, regenerative health, detoxification, because we hold emotions at the cellular memory. And when we're able to alkalize the body and energize the body at that cellular level, not only do we release toxins and lymphatic congestions and things that are passed down from multiple generations, but we also release emotional imprints and blueprints and traumas. And so that's a huge part of my focus and passion, is just bringing solutions to people at the root cause level, because there's so many people that are suffering unnecessarily, when our bodies do have the ability to regenerate at any age, at every level. So with regenerative health, we're working with all systems of the body, and we're working at that root cause. And then a couple of years ago, I also started to feel depleted, and I was hosting regenerative retreats around the world and working on permaculture farms. And I was like, how am I depleted? I don't get it. And that's also when I started to study the works of Dr. Zach Bush and studied with him and learned about our soil health, and was like, oh, this is what I'm missing. And when I was watching Mary's journey, it was so cool, because I was just watching her and her transformation. And then she did go from like being extremely stressed and carrying extra weight and like not getting enough sleep to looking like she was 16 years old. And I was like, what are you doing? Because we've been passionate about so many of the same things for so long. And it was just amazing to watch that transformation. So I started to dive in, and my background is in also clinical iridology and clinical herbalism. And so I started to work with the gut microbiome support that we have that pulls glyphosate out of the body. And within a week, I started to notice huge differences in my eyes. And your eyes actually show a map of your nervous system, brain, endocrine system, all those systems of your body and their health. And things that I'd been working on for a couple years really intensively just started to clear up. And I was amazed and shocked. And so I was like, okay, what is this? I want to learn more. And then I just started sharing with my community and became so passionate about merging regenerative health with regenerative agriculture and soil health, and really getting access to nutrient dense foods to people. Because not only, the foods in our grocery store, they're not only really depleted, they're picked early, they're shipped all over the world. What we're working with, they're actually vine ripened, they're sprouted, they're grown in healthy soils, and they're watered with mineral rich soil, and then they're wind dehydrated to preserve those enzymes. And so it's just something above and beyond anything else I've experienced, which is beautiful. But there's also, so many people that don't have access to healthy foods. And there's such a issue with food apartheid all throughout the States. And so I really wanted to bring that access to people. And so in the last couple of years, it's just been amazing to be working with my sister. And, in my clinical practice, I was only able to help 5 people a day. And I really wanted to be able to help so many more than that. And so in working together and through this partnership, we've been able to help hundreds transform their health and also transform their business and their financial well-being. And I've also been able to, 5x my clinical income, and that's working part-time hours. So I'm just so grateful for this solution that is impacting so many, because I know with all of the mandates and so many people that are choosing to leave their jobs, it's just important to have alternative systems that are supporting not only health, but supporting the community and supporting the planet. And to me, I see it as like a figure 8. It's, like a closed circle as well, but a figure 8 of like what you're putting in, and then that's giving back, and you're giving to your community. And so I just really love these business models. And I studied with Carol Sanford as well in regenerative business. And some really important principles of regenerative business are uplifting your community so that you're teaching everyone to be the CEO of their life and helping them to solve problems. And what's really unique about the work that we do is rather than people getting stuck at minimum wage, you can actually create whatever reality that you want to. So whatever energy or time you put in, you get that same reflection and output. So through personal development and mentorship, we're able to help people create, the life that they actually want to live.
Yep. It's beautiful, Rita. And I mean, I think what we really have realized here is shortly when we started this business, we didn't really know what we were getting into. I mean, obviously we were super passionate about the health. We were both entrepreneurs, but I think at one point it both hit us like, oh my gosh, what we're doing here is creating a new paradigm. We're creating a new paradigm for our friends and our families and communities to step into, where we can be like you said, the CEOs of our lives. And it's not just about, making an income and putting in the work and then coming home. It's about like living that lifestyle and living that with your community and working our own unique genius into our business. And so over the last 3 years, Rita and I have helped thousands of people really help their health, and then also help their wealth as well through, partnering, through connecting the dots between what we're passionate about and utilizing this way of educating and providing access to food to people, high quality, real food. And one of the things that I love so much about our company is Dave Sandoval is the founder, and he is just a revolutionary thinker. He's brilliant when it comes to chemistry and science around plants and the synergy of plants. And he's also really a forethinker when it comes to how to do business in alignment with the core principles of the earth and how to give more than you're taking. And so, we are going 100% plastic free in 2021. And Dave and Amy actually invented the first non-GMO biodegradable packaging that all of our products are in, which is amazing. Like you can literally go out and dig it in your dirt, and in a couple of years you'll have soil, so there's many ways that we're working to regenerate the soil. And not to mention the carbon footprint. I mean, a lot of us, even when we're growing our own food, there's a lot of intensive work that goes into that. You go buy the soil, you go to the store, you find the seeds come from Amazon or whatever, wherever you're just getting your things. And when we're buying food, how many trucks has that food been on? Was it picked ripe? Like, how many hands has it been? And the reality is that our food is losing nutrition the second that we pick it. And with this model, like, literally the food is picked on the farm, dehydrated on the farm, sent to the manufacturing facility and triple tested by an in-house microbiologist for any contaminants, anything weird, and then shipped straight to your door. So Rita and I have actually been able to help a lot of people who live in food deserts, because this is real and scary. And a lot of people who don't have the money for organic food, we have an amazing scholarship program that actually gives individuals 3 months, like $1,200 worth of organic superfoods to support themselves and their family and learn how to educate and use this business model to promote health and wealth in their own lives. So there's so many ways that we're integrating this, and really we're here to celebrate what we've accomplished in 3 years, but we're also here to just keep spreading the word and keep, like, I literally just want to shout at the top of my lungs to everyone I see, like, there are solutions, there are ways to be healthy, there are ways to live your passion and work, and there are ways to work with the people that you love and collaborate and still have your unique genius in the mix. So that's really why we invited you all here, because I think what we're most passionate about is providing solutions for people. And so if there's any way that we can serve our community through what we're doing with our business, we want to let you guys know about that. And yeah, I'll pass back to you.
Yeah, and we've also been able to create a whole regenerative health community and app and support. So we have weekly educational calls talking about regenerative solutions, both planetary and in health. And, we have an incredible community and support. And one thing that I really just love to share education and awareness too, because I actually didn't know much about glyphosate a couple of years ago, and I've just been doing a deep dive on it. And what it does, it's the main herbicide in Roundup, and 5 billion pounds are sprayed annually, and it ends up in our water and our air, and it not only kills off weeds, but it actually kills off the microbiome of the soil. So the microfungi, the microbacteria, and those are what break down the micronutrients for the plants to absorb. And when the soils are dead, we're actually not absorbing the medicinal properties of plants, the alkaloids, and we're also not able to absorb our essential amino acids, which are the building blocks. So what we've seen is this degeneration over many years, and we're seeing 16-year-olds who have the cellular age of a 70-year-old, which is just crazy. And that's due to over toxicity and undernourishment. And so we're really working to provide solutions for both of those and create access to both of those. And so much of that starts with our gut microbiome health. And glyphosate, it not only kills the soil health, but it kills off our gut microbiome diversity. And 90% of our serotonin and 50% of our dopamine is produced in that gut microbiome. So those are our happy hormones. And 80% of our immune function is happening in our gut. And with glyphosate exposure, and it's in our air, it's in our water, it's in our food. Within 20 minutes of exposure, it creates leaky gut. And leaky gut is when the tight junctions start to separate and we start to leak toxins into our immune system, into our lymphatic system, which then spills over into our blood, and then it's able to cross the blood-brain barrier. So we've seen this huge spike in neurological weaknesses, cancers, autoimmune, and so much of that is a direct reflection of our gut health. Back in the 70s, only 1 in 5,000 children were dealing with autism. And today it's 1 in 36. And in the next 5 years, or 5 to 10 years, it's predicted to be 1 in 3 children, which would mean we'd have a completely dysfunctional society, like we would collapse. And so it's so important for us to get these solutions out, because you can remove that glyphosate from the body in a healthy way, which just allows the gut to repair its own natural biodiversity. And so when we have the right inputs, and the body gets alkaline and the cells are energized and the gut is healthy and we're supporting our endocrine system, you can thrive. And that, my favorite way that is reflected is not just like in our energy levels and our health and our emotional well-being, but it's in our capacity to relate to ourselves and have self-compassion and relate to our community and show up for each other, and then have the energy and the overflow to show up for our true passions in the world, whatever that may be, but that we can really give back.
Yeah. And you know, the statistics are like we have 50 to 70 years of topsoil left, like 50 to 70 years of ability to grow food. And we all have to be part of the solution. It's not just the people who are specialties in regenerative farming and agriculture. And what I'm learning is like we all have to be part of the solution. And so whatever it is that we're all doing to help each other, educate each other, and provide solutions to each other. I see Donna there as an author writing about all these things.
Yes.
Connor's there doing amazing work
Yeah.
with White Buffalo. Like, yeah, I think what Rita and I's real intention with this call is just to open that conversation up more and let the people in our lives that we love and care about know that we're invested in this and we're invested in each other. And we're just, you know, some of you have tried the Purium Whole Foods and I know you love them. I see quite a few of you on here. And we also just want to let you know that if you have friends or family or anyone that you think that this can help support, we are here to support them. And we'd love for you to connect us. Or if you even want to learn more about this business and be like, wow, this is fun. I want to learn how to be on this team. I want to learn how to do this and educate and incorporate this into my lifestyle. We can do that too. So, yeah, I think we could talk all night, but we want to totally honor you guys' time. Rita, you want to end this off?
Yeah, I'll just wrap it up with our 3 pillars, which is financial freedom, actually creating solutions for people in that way, because there's so many people struggling in that way. And again, unnecessarily. Health, you know, regenerative health, giving people solutions, and planetary health. And if we can, it really is a grassroots movement. If we can all work together, we can all make a huge impact. You know, if like one person lights a candle and lights somebody else's candle and they light somebody else's candle, that's going to be much more efficient than me trying to share this information on my own. So just wanted to reach out for your support and gratitude to all of you for being here, because you all mean so much to us and have totally been a huge part of our lives and our success on so many levels. So just want to extend my gratitude. And again, we're here for you at any capacity. And again, this is also something that you can just incorporate on the side. You know, it's not like you have to have 40 hours a week to do this. You could have 2 hours a week to do this, or 1, you know, so we're just here for you.
Yeah.
Yay.
So this is us lighting your candles, and whether or not you decide to, you know, look into more of what we're doing, just reach out to us. We'll send a follow-up email or whatever. But if you want to learn more about the business, you want to learn more about the products, you want to learn more about the community, or, you know, just cheer us on from afar and do your own thing, that's fantastic too.
Yeah.
But we're just lighting your candle. And I think we wanted to do a giveaway because we appreciate you all being here so much. So I'm going to just like flip through the participants, and we want to give a core 4. That's the products that I started on when I was severely depleted, that I went on for 2 months and felt, I mean, I still use them to this day. My whole family uses them. My husband, coming from West Africa, this has been quite an amazing experience to watch him come from a diet of like rice and, you know, bread to now he like makes our smoothies every morning with these superfoods. And when we're going to conferences, he's like, oh, do I have my shake? And where's our Whole Foods? And it's just like an amazing transformation. So we want to gift one of you that. And let's see, Morgan Star.
Yeah, Morgan.
We're going to gift you a core 4. So we'll be in touch with you to get you that and just hopefully help you get on this whole food and start feeling really vibrant and alive. And whatever you guys are all doing out there, we just hope that everyone feels this sense of urgency to serve, and sense of urgency to provide solution, and sense of urgency to work together, because the time is now.
Yeah. And I just wanted to mention, because I missed it, like the consistency piece is so key. And within 90 days of just consistently incorporating these nutrient dense foods, it brought me back to my athleticism from high school, which I hadn't been in 15 years. So it's just, you know, that consistency piece is so important, because we really want to see people thrive long term and address hormonal health and all of it. And it takes time, because it's like peeling the layers of an onion, right?
Yep.
All right. Yay. Thank you. And if anybody wants to hop off mute, that's really all we wanted to share, but we just appreciate you and follow up with everyone. And
Thank you.
yeah,
Thanks for being here. Hopefully that was fun and educational, and thanks for celebrating with us, everyone.
Thanks, Mary and Rita.
Yeah.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
you.
Thank you.
Aloha.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Later.
Thanks, y'all.
We
Love
love
ya.
you.
Bye, team.
We're doing this for the future generations.
Yay.
Thank you, ladies.
Bye.